I know you're tired of self-improvement YouTubers telling you that video games are so bad, and I know that you say your experience is different and you only play video games for like an hour or two per day.
You do realize throwing out an ad hominem is not going to help your argument at all, correct?
Alright, let's do it.
Yes, yo chicken bros, what's up? It's your boy SmileTuT coming at you with a brand new video. And I got this video recommended to me today saying that, basically put, people who play video games are coping with reality. Now, I am going to be making a counter argument to this video, because quite frankly, there are some holes to be poked here, and I disagree with the general output of this video, although I must admit it is a somewhat well put together argument. But first, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, make it ring a ding ding. And with all that being said, let's get into today's video now, shall we?
He had pretty cool ideas. He was driven, he would work every day to try and achieve things. Unfortunately for young Regan, he was surrounded with a bunch of people who had victim mindsets. Every time he had a cool idea, he would be met with resistance from the people around him. If it were that easy, then everybody would be doing it. If you want to be successful, go to school and get good grades. Oh, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work jobs like the rest of us if you want to get anywhere. Oh, you aren't the next Elon Musk. Stop trying to be a bigger fish than you are. The rich will do anything to keep you poor. Stop living in a deluded dream world and focus on school. Young Regan didn't understand it at the time. Why were the people around him so negative?
Okay, number one. I am a man who comes up with ideas quite a bit. I have a lot of creativity in my own mind. I am writing a book. I want to make a video game at some point. I have ideas. That doesn't mean I let people who may feel negative with their own lives and are complacent with where they are in life bring me down. Sure, some people might. This man might let them bring him down because they realize that this world is a messed up place. The difference between a regular person and the next Albert Einstein is two major things. Number one, they realize that the mediocrity of life can be overturned if you, yes, you, make your life worth something. Whether it be through doing a good deed in charity, or, like you state later in the video, building up a skill. Video gaming can build up skills for you as you play through them. For instance, I play a lot of single-player story-based games. Because I want to make a video game, I play them to get the lay of the land of the story, of how they make the characters work, the arcs, how good the NPCs are. When I play a video game, I'm not just playing it for the fun factor, which is there, but I'm playing it for learning purposes. Fallout 3, prime example. I love Fallout series. I genuinely enjoy post-apocalyptic games. I want to make one. I study deep and delve deep into this subject matter quite a bit because I want to learn more about other people's creativity and how to make it better. So if other people tell you your idea is invalid, yes, I want you to consider it. Think, okay, how would this work in a business perspective? How would this work? Maybe they have a point. And if so, go back to the drawing board. But if not, don't worry about it. Come up with a new idea. Keep going. And number two, people like Albert Einstein, a lot of the great thinkers of this world did not go to school. And there's a reason for that. Men tend to be rather aggressive in nature in their youth and sometimes in their adulthood. There's a reason why, back in the day, a lot of men used to be in the military. Males have aggression. You see that in my own videos when I get mad over a moral issue. I tend to get a bit loud and raise my voice. But the thing is, a schoolroom is not built for a hyperactive kind of kid that tends to be a male. because males have that aggression, have that desire to run and play and things of that nature. There is something to that a schoolhouse cannot provide. And then when I got older, I was really good at math and science. I was a bit of that nerdy type, that quiet type, who kind of already knew most of the subject matter. And the biggest problem was, in the schoolroom, I would be hearing, okay, we're learning this today. Oh, already know it. I don't need to learn this. So I would daze off in my own little world. Teacher thinks she caught me, or teacher would be like, alright, answer this question. I would give a correct answer and go back to days and I'd ace the test. It'd be easy. That is not learning. That's the problem. That's why Albert Einstein left the schoolhouse, and why he created some of the greatest ideas of our time. Because he didn't let the mediocrity of school get to him. Now, I'm not telling you to drop out. Most definitely not. In today's society, we need school. If you can do without it, then maybe. But that takes work. And that's something most people are not willing to do.
When I was younger, I had a pretty active and creative mind, but I was forced to lose all of my ambition. So what did I do? I found success in video games. See, in video games, I could be anything that I wanted. In Call of Duty, I was a powerful soldier. In Minecraft, I was a master builder and explorer. In Need for Speed, I was an epic racing driver. In Grand Theft Auto, I was a multi-billionaire who could do anything that he wanted. Life was good. Until real life caught up with me. At the age of like 10, I was literally so unfit that I would get up from my chair to go and take a piss, and I would almost black out and pass out, and my heart would start beating fast as hell. My chin was practically attached to my chest because my posture was so bad, and bless my poor childish mind for thinking that any girl would want to be with me. I would go days without showering. I would sometimes stay up through the night playing video games. I became like one of those weird creepy kids who don't know how to socialize because I was also homeschooled.
Okay, he stated this is part of his experiences with video games. I will state that I have died on this hill, and I will continue to die on this hill. Not all gamers are terminally alone. People who are alone tend to have shorter lifespans according to many studies. Of course, I will leave everything in a link below in the description. You all know I try to do that. But, here's the thing. A lot of gaming fandoms and fan bases have a very tightly knit community. There are freaking FNAF people who milk that thing on YouTube. There is the Fallout community. Literal games that came out years ago. I am a huge fan of a lot of the Fallout franchise people. I mean, I watch a lot of it. I want to make a Fallout YouTube channel just because I am such a huge fan of that. And I've made lifelong friends in these communities. People who I talk to and have a great time with. You can build social skills online. That's why I can come on here and talk. Just express my opinions with logical facts behind them on a camera. Because I have built social skills through gaming. And another thing. Here's the trap you fell into. You play video games for escapism factor. Not to build skill. You can build skill on video games. For instance, I am a huge Pokemon fan. I play the Pokemon trading card game online. Quite a bit. You all know that. You've all seen gameplay of it. Here's the thing. That takes critical thinking to win a game. It takes knowing what cards to put in a deck and figuring out the best way to maximize effectiveness and then using it in the playing field. And there's nothing more satisfying than winning against someone who has an overpowered deck when you have a mediocre deck because of your strategy. You can learn things on video games. They're not completely pointless. And here's another point. Today's society has been embracing feminism. and female power. That is okay. But by suppressing the masculine ability, the masculine forces that men have by nature, this is what becomes of that. Men become shells of themselves who play video games in a hope that they will give themselves something, just some form of feeling. And that's not what video games should be intended for. They should be intended, yes, for enjoyment, but also for the love of them and the ability to learn from them.
That you spend playing video games, leveling yourself up in real life. The law of compounding says this: if you improve yourself by 1% every day, in about a year period, you would be 37 times better than you were the previous year. 37 times better than your current self. Can you even comprehend that? I cannot. So sit down in a quiet place and start thinking to yourself why you're really playing those video games. Do you honestly believe that it's just for fun? Fun is playing music and dancing to it in the shower. Fun is jumping around and trying to do backflips on trampolines. You aren't having fun playing those video games. See, as men, we have this desire inside of us to conquer and to be powerful. Throughout history, the men that have always been recorded as the strong men and have made history are always the most powerful men who fought for a purpose that was bigger than themselves. And the men who have led entire armies into battle, the men who have run entire countries, those are the men that are recorded throughout history.
That last statement was factually incorrect. While this doesn't discredit your whole argument, and I know to a lot of gamers out there, you want to find a reason to just discredit his whole argument, and the urge may be there. I get that. But if we want to convince people that there is a good side to gaming, that there is a reason to do it, then we need to come with factual evidence, with things that make sense, and with an argument. Otherwise, we only polarize our opposition and cause even more tension between the two. When you stated that only the strongest men are those who are recording in history is incorrect. Think of Vincent van Gogh, an amazing painter, who during his lifetime lived in poverty, was a worthless piece of crap to be discarded, whose paintings wouldn't even sell for a shilling or whatever his currency was at that time. Yet years down the line, he gets paid, well, he doesn't get paid. His paintings sell for millions upon millions. Do you know why? Because his art was worth something. Sure, maybe not in his lifetime, but he did in his own way make an impact. It's not the strength, the physical brute, that made them in history. It was the fighting of injustice, or the creative merit, or the discovery and willing to continue forward in American, not just American, but the world as a whole, to make the world a better place, or worse, in which case you will be seen as a villain. That is what gives you in history. That is what puts you in the books, is being someone who made a difference. Physical strength is not of matter here. Leading an army is not of matter here. It's the purpose the army served. Did they fight for justice or injustice? That is what makes the history books. And I will mention, I agree with you on that other statement at the beginning, that if you improve yourself 1% every day, you'll be 35 times better of a person. That is something that is important. Yet, you can become better at video gaming in today's climate, where it's hard to get a job. I mean, I had a 4.0 GPA. I was like 5th best in class, I think. I was a good student, but I couldn't get into a college. They wouldn't accept me. I was a amazing student, but I didn't get that chance. Did I let that discourage me, though? Did I let that bring me down? Or did I decide, you know what? I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to start working and see if I can make enough money to shove in their freaking faces and say, I made it despite you. And guess what? When it comes down to video games, I learn the skills necessary to build a good game, to make something worthwhile. And that's the difference. People these days may play video games just for the merit of, I want to have fun, I don't have anything else to do with my life. If anything, this is a better argument for TV shows and movies. Because Hollywood is coming out with all this pandering woke garbage that nobody is really enjoying, and it's not worth even the time and effort to watch. That's why I stopped even trying to do movie reviews. Because all the movies and all the TV shows are going just down the drain, down the gutter. But that's the point. Video games stimulate and help you think, help you strategize. This game right here, Project Zomboid, you have to survive a zombie apocalypse. Okay? Well, you gotta take in risk factors. What is the best house to go into? Should I go into a house right now? If I break this window, I'll hurt my hand and it may cut and bleed. Do I have the bandages to heal that over time? Those are important things to consider in this game. There is a lot of merit to gaming that people don't give credit for. And that's something I dislike. Yes, you may have played video games and it been a negative part of your life. And yes, you may never want to pick them up again. That is fine. I'm not saying that your opinion is completely invalid. What I am saying is don't equate that to every single gamer on the planet. Okay guys, I have basically ran out of time here because I'm going to have to edit and do a lot of stuff with this video. So I do apologize, but if you want a part 2, I guess let me know. Don't give this guy any hate, please. You all know I try not to give people a reason to hate anyone or hate on anyone. He obviously wants to help people, and I know his heart seems to be in the right place. However, I believe that people can have good intentions but have wrong ideas. So, I just, let me know your thoughts below. If you're new to the channel though, please leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, make it ring a ding ding. I try my hardest to bring you guys amazing, awesome daily content. And with all that being said, Yo Man Smile is over and out. Peace.